Dive into this. Ducks don't have echoes. That's right, while we're used to hearing our voices bounce back in a cavern or a large empty room, a duck's quack seems to defy this acoustic principle. Now there's a bit of a debate around this. Some say it's due to the quack's unique sound frequency, while others argue that it's just too difficult to hear. Either way, it's a hilarious quirk of the animal kingdom. So next time you see a duck, maybe give it a quack and see what happens. In Iceland, it seems elves are more trustworthy than politicians. Yup, you heard that right. More folks in the land of ice and fire would sooner place their faith in these mythical pointy-eared beings than in their elected officials. It's a funny world, isn't it? Elves don't make campaign promises, nor do they ask for your tax dollars. They just quietly exist in the imagination, causing less trouble than a parliament session. So, who would you vote for? An elf or a politician? Who needs a skateboard when you have a parrot? Now brace yourselves. Parrots, those colorful, chatty creatures, are not just about squawking and repeating your words. In fact, they are incredibly intelligent and can self-learn. Wait for it. Skateboarding. Yes, you heard it right. Picture a parrot, feathers all fluffed up, cruising down the sidewalk on a mini skateboard. It's not just a cute overload, it's a testament to their cleverness. So, watch out world. Perhaps parrots are the next X Games stars. Here's a juicy fact. The color orange was named after the fruit. Yes, you heard it right. Before the fruit came along, English speakers didn't have a specific word for this blend of red and yellow. They simply referred to it as yellow-red. But when the citrus fruit started to gain popularity, the vibrant hue it bore needed a name of its own. And so, the color borrowed its name from the fruit. So the fruit got there first. The color is just a copycat. In the Middle Ages, people were the cat's pajamas, literally. Now, as quirky as it sounds, folks back then had a rather peculiar fashion statement. Caps with pockets for cats were all the rage. Yes, you heard that right. Feline-loving fashionistas would stroll around sporting a hat, and nestled within it, their precious purring pet. They were literally wearing their affection for cats on their heads. So next time you put on a hat, remember, it could have been a cozy home for a kitty. Just imagine a cat in a hat, or rather a hat for a cat. You won't believe this, but clouds can weigh hundreds of tons. That's right, those fluffy cotton candy lookalikes floating effortlessly in the sky are actually heavyweights. Now you might ask, how can something so heavy float? Well, it's all about density and air pressure. Clouds might be heavy, but they're spread out over such a large area that their overall density is less than the air beneath them. So next time you look at a cloud, remember it's not as light as it seems. Cows are just like us. They can have best friends too. These gentle giants are known for their social behavior and their ability to form strong bonds with certain peers. It's not all grass and mooing, folks. Cows have their own intricate social dynamics. They form cliques, hang out with their buddies, and yes, they have their besties. Just imagine, two cows chilling in a pasture 5 feet apart because they're not just cows, they're best friends. So, do you think cows gossip about the other cows in the herd? This one's a bit creepy. Some insects can live without a head for a week. It's like a horror movie, but it's all in the name of survival. Here's the kicker. Insects don't breathe through their mouths, but through tiny tubes in their bodies. So, even when the lights are out upstairs, the party can still go on downstairs. And you thought your life was complicated. Just imagine a week without worrying about a bad hair day. In New Zealand, penguins have their own official postal carrier. That's right, folks. These dapper little birds are so beloved that they've got their own mailman. Imagine being a postie and your route includes a bunch of penguins. Do they waddle up to you and ask for their mail? Do they have tiny penguin-sized mailboxes? We can only guess. It's a world full of wonderful and sometimes wacky facts. Who knew penguins were so popular in the post office? Well, there you have it. 10 minutes of funny and useless facts. It's been a roller coaster ride from discovering that ducks don't echo to learning that cows can have best friends. Who knew? It's a crazy world we live in, full of surprises and oddities, and that's what makes it so fascinating. We've debunked some misconceptions like bananas being berries and strawberries not, and we've visited some bizarre historical trends like medieval cat caps. We've also journeyed to Iceland, where people believe more in elves than politicians, and New Zealand, where penguins have an official postal carrier. If these facts tickled your funny bone or sparked your curiosity, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe you've got some hilarious or outlandish trivia of your own to share? Remember, the world is full of wonders, and sometimes, the most amusing facts are the most useless ones. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share your own funny facts in the comments below. Before we go, hold on to your hats because we've got a bonus fact for you. A sneeze travels at about 100 miles per hour. That's right, sneezes are more powerful than you think, and they pack quite a punch. Speed can send germs flying far and wide, which is why it's so important to cover your mouth when you sneeze. It's not just about being polite, it's about containing those high-speed germs. So the next time you feel a sneeze coming on, make sure you're prepared. If you're in the vicinity of a sneezer, remember to duck and cover. Never know where those speedy germs might end up. That's it for today's bonus fact, folks. Curious, stay vigilant, and as always, stay amused. Speaking of high speed, let's slow down a tad for a delicious detour. Here's a sweet fact. Chocolate was once used as currency. Yes, you heard it right. The ancient Mayans and Aztecs valued the humble cacao bean so much, they used it as a form of currency. Imagine instead of coins jingling in your pocket, you'd have cacao beans. In those times, chocolate was considered more valuable than gold dust. It's quite mind-boggling to think that something we enjoy as a tasty treat today was once a symbol of wealth and prosperity. The phrase "money grows on trees" was literally true for the Mayans and Aztecs, as cacao beans were harvested from the Theobroma cacao tree. So the next time you buy a chocolate bar, remember you're eating money. It's a rich history, isn't it? Well, that's our chocolatey fact for today. Stay tuned for more fun facts. And remember, life's a bit sweeter when you stay curious and keep learning. You won't believe this, but giraffes only sleep for about 30 minutes a day. Yes, you heard right, 30 minutes. Among the animal kingdom, giraffes have one of the shortest sleep requirements. It's quite fascinating. Just imagine, while we're spending roughly a third of our lives sleeping, giraffes are up and about, making the most of their day. But here's another twist. They often sleep standing up. This unusual sleeping position is a survival strategy to stay alert for predators. It's a tough world out there in the wild, and these tall creatures can't afford to let their guard down, not even for a snooze. Their sleep is not one long stretch like ours. Instead, it's spread out in short naps throughout the day. So, if you ever see a giraffe standing still and not doing much, it might just be catching a quick nap. So, if you ever feel sleepy, just remember, you're not a giraffe. These majestic creatures remind us that sleep patterns can vary greatly in the wild, and there's always something new to learn in the fascinating world of nature. Stay with us as we continue exploring more intriguing facts about the world around us. From giraffes, we move on to something rather unexpected. Have you ever given a thought to what you're flushing down the toilet? No, we're not talking about the obvious. We mean the toilet paper. Now, how much would you be willing to pay for a roll of toilet paper? $1, maybe $2? Well, hold on to your seats because the world's most expensive toilet paper is Charmin Ultra Soft, which costs a whopping $1,500 per roll. Yes, you heard that right, $1,500. What makes it so pricey, you ask? This luxury toilet paper is made with a special blend of fibers that are incredibly soft, providing a comforting touch to your derriere. But let's be real, it's still toilet paper. It's not going to make your backside feel like it's resting on a cloud. Or perhaps it might, who knows. If you're thinking of giving it a try, just remember, that's one expensive flush. As we delve into the eccentricities of the world, it's clear that luxury has no bounds, not even in the bathroom. Up next, we've got more intriguing facts that'll leave you wide-eyed and amazed. From golden toilets, we jet off down under to a place where breakfast isn't just the most important meal of the day, it's a part of the town's identity. Welcome to Weet-Bix, a charming little town in Australia named after one of the country's most beloved cereals. Yes, that's right. This town shares its name with the iconic wheat biscuit that has been a breakfast staple for generations of Aussies. Can you imagine waking up in the town of Weet-Bix? Starting your day with a bowl of Weet-Bix? Talk about a Weet-Bixception. It's not every day you find a place so dedicated to their love for breakfast that they name their town after it. So the next time you're munching on your morning cereal, just remember, somewhere in Australia there's a whole town that shares your breakfast choice. Stay tuned, because we're not done yet. We've got even more surprising facts up next. From the breakfast-loving town of Weet-Bix, we're now hopping over to a place where the heat is always on. Literally! Welcome to Finland, the land of 1,000 lakes and even more saunas. In fact, this country has more saunas than cars. Yes, you heard that right. The love for saunas in Finland is not just a preference, it's a cultural phenomenon that permeates every aspect of Finnish life. Yes, it's true, there are more saunas than cars in Finland. So, if you're ever in Finland, don't forget to hit the sauna. You'll have plenty to choose from. It's me, Trivia Master 1. Thank you for your attention, and please subscribe and comment under the video. Let me know if you liked it. Until next time.